everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing King Arthur Legends Rise. For today's video, we're going to talk about clan war preparation. Which heroes should you be getting ready? Alright, so clan wars will be starting here on the 22nd, so I figured this was a good chance to get in there and I guess talk preparation. Talk about what do we think is going to be the the meta, or the best used characters for your defense that you're gonna set up once it starts. I'm assuming there'll be that like period of being able to take the time to set things up, then it'll actually go live. So we have to see how it's gonna run exactly, but it's gonna be like every game when it comes down to PvP. It'll be like making multiple arena teams or having a good defense that's going to synergize with the buffs that they're giving you. So I kind of want to call out some heroes today that I think you should have start working on. Let's say you're progressing through the game pretty well and you're starting to get bored, but you're excited for clan war. Which heroes should you maybe pay some extra attention to with that in mind? And I do want to mention, guys, this is related to a mission that we're getting from the content creator program. So if you haven't already re-upped your support on a content creator, make sure you have. As of the 15th, all support was disconnected. So it's sad to go from like 500 to less than 200, but I'm starting to get, well, I have more than 200 now. But yeah, it was crazy to see the drop off because I'm sure there's just players that stop playing, but also people that just don't realize they need to re-support. So make sure you click my link in the description or the pinned comment, or if you're supporting another active creator like my husband Odd One Gaming, go click their link, whatever. Just make sure you're re-supporting because this is going to be another set of rewards that will hopefully come soon. So we can start submitting our next mission, and that mission is related to a prediction video on the content that will be added for January 22nd. So this could be just clan war, this could be talking more about forbidden dungeon strategy, and then creating gameplay guide or strategy video for clan war to be added on the 22nd. So instead of waiting until the 22nd, I wanted to get my video out this weekend, hoping that the sooner I get a video out on this topic, this mission, the sooner I can get my supporters codes. So I'm not going to wait till the 22nd to do the gameplay guide. We're going to do prediction. We're going to talk about clan wars. And yeah, let's talk about it. So I think at the end of the day, you're going to find very similar strategies to an arena defense, but you're going to want to pay attention, to those characters that are extra annoying, who's hard to kill, because it sounds like we're going to be able to go in with up to 7 teams to try to fight people's defenses. So people are going to have multiple attempts to try to kill you. Now, does that mean going in with one team, you get them half dead, you go to the other team and you finish them off? We don't know that yet, but we can certainly talk about the heroes that are just going to shine on your defense. I think we'll focus that today because that's what you really want to prepare for. I guess the shout out for offense is what you would expect. We're going to want people that can control, like Fire Relic Lot. We're gonna want people like Morgan, especially with her Frost Relic that can remove buffs, I'm sure. Can we remove protection? That's a whole nother thing. But I want to call out this here. So let's say you're going into a fight, arena, clan wars, anything, and you're like, ah, crap, that person has this effect and I want to counteract it. You can take a look here at your roster and find people that have the exact skills you need. So like a negative effect might be, let's see. I want to see if we have removing, okay, buff disruption, removing buff. You can't, okay, you could abnormal status transfer. I was gonna say, we can't remove abnormal statuses per se, but we can transfer them. If anybody actually did that, that would be great. Apparently they don't. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, this is not perfect, but you get the idea. If you want to look for someone who can do a certain task that you want to, or like counteract a certain person, like let's say you have evasion rate up, so you want your hit accuracy to go up, who can do that? This is the place to check. So who increases hit accuracy? These heroes do, and then you can dive deeper. So that's going to be an important aspect of this sort of clan war. We're really going to learn our characters better, and we're going to have a, yeah, I think it's like a better chance. Like arena being hard forces you to really get creative and learn more about your roster, learn more about the skills that maybe you didn't pay much attention to before. And clan war is going to be the same thing. So I think to start with, Bedivere is obviously a king for DPS, but speed is going to be king as well. So you're going to want that fast Morgan still, just like Arena. The other benefit of Morgan on a defense or offense team is all of her relics bring something really great. So her Storm Relic brings that AoE defense drop, so you can kill if she goes first, puts that on everybody, and then you bring an AoE damage dealer like a Cormac, or if you're using Bedivere, who's like C4 or 5 or something, with his AoE, or I don't know, whoever else, Gawain. You want to land something like this first, and then you could hopefully kill everyone even easier. Her Frost Relic brings the buff strip, so if there's buffs you want to remove from a target, that can certainly help. And damage taken increase as well. Same thing here. Her Flame Relic is amazing because she attacks all enemies and decreases attack gauge, which is another thing that's very valuable for Arena. So I think it's safe to say Clan Wars is just another place that Morgan is going to shine. Also, when it comes to your defensive side of things, we have to think about our leader effects, because the leader effects, it's going to have to be all battles for Clan War, right? We don't have anything special that says for clan activities unless, or does it say clan raid? I really don't think so. Now that's making me question. But Story and Fortress of Arcellus, so like you gotta really pay attention to these auras. Yeah, Arena, it's not Arena, Clan Wars, it's a separate thing, right? So where or who are we gonna be looking at leader abilities for? It's gonna be the same thing, I really think so. It's gonna be the people that have the all battles leader auras, right? And that's gonna be something really valuable with a Merlin. If you're on defense and you want to take less damage, you have a super tanky team that's going to be annoying and be really hard to kill. Merlin's going to be great leader because he helps reduce the damage you take as a team for his leader effect, and it is on all battles. Plus, he's going to bring an AoE freeze, and crowd control is king still, so hopefully that is something we could take advantage of still. Depending on the whole buffs and debuffs thing with the battles, which I think is really cool, I still think that crowd control is going to be important. Anya at C5 or C4, sorry, C3, C4, it makes her a damage dealer, but she also brings a ton of buffs and protection for your team. She can remove a debuff from your team. So if someone brings in a Morgan, she can counteract that. And yeah, she's all about counterattack and damage. And you can have her in a Vigor set as well. Plus, she's another one where all of her relics are very good and very interesting, especially for PvP or wave content with some of these, the AoE damage, plus things like debuff immunity, removing dots, removing abnormal status effects. So she's just going to shine there as well. I think another call out is to keep Sergius, especially with this big ol' attack gauge increase here, with his flame relic. He's gonna rule any content that you can put him in because he's boosting your team. So sometimes you can't boost the enemy or the boss, but you can boost your own members, unless there's a debuff on you that doesn't let that happen, right? And he's absolutely going to be an important part of a main roster. I could see putting him on defense because you can build him to be more tanky in a vigor set. He doesn't need attack. Like, I have really weird pieces of gear on him right now because he had like my leftover vigor when I first built him. I could make him a lot better now, honestly. But you could make him super tanky, make sure he stays alive to boost your attack gauge, or make him super fast. Like, let's say you want Morgan to go first, and then your DPS goes, and someone else goes, and then Sergius boosts your whole team and they go again. Or, well, that's not likely going to happen because the other team's going to be somewhat fast as well, but you get what I mean. Or he could be super, super fast to make sure he's boosting the rest of the team so they take the turn before the enemy goes. So I feel like offense or defense, Sergius is going to be a very strong hero that you want to be working on. Plus, he is like king in like every content. He's make me progress in everything in the game and get to the final stages. And I wouldn't have done that without him for sure. All right, so I think when it comes to defense specifically, another good call out is, of course, Guinevere. She's super annoying, but not as annoying as she used to be, but because of the adjustment, but still very good hero. She does bring some protection, and that's important as well. Sigrun is going to be a fun one. I think people really start to take advantage of. I haven't really built my Sigrun yet myself, but she just brings a lot of protection for your team. She taunts, and she could actually do some decent damage. So because her skills and everything are based on defense as well, you can make her super tanky to stay alive and survive, but she's also going to be able to do good damage too, which is another good reason to call out Cormac with a Frost Relic. So he has this big ol' AoE third skill hit that scales with attack and defense. So he's another one that you can make very, very tanky to survive if you don't go first necessarily, and he'll still smack. But do keep in mind the difference with Cormac is when it comes to the clan war, you're not going to be using him as your aura because it says story and arena. So while he's amazing lead for arena, that's not going to be the case for for clan war. So let's see here. Can we see all of our, I think so. Can we see all of our auras? Can we sort by, that's one thing I'm not sure. No, skill effects. We can't sort by aura, leader effects. I thought you might be able to, but it doesn't look like it unless there's a certain tag that wait, oh yeah, leader. Yes. There is leader. But you can't sort within that. Like, you're just no. Okay, that's silly. Oh no, that's just a tag saying they are a leader. What the hell? Silly, silly thing. I don't know. Okay, never mind. Let's just no. I don't think we can sort by just leader abilities, so it's one of those things you're going to have to look at ahead of time. And I think it's going to come down to more of these heroes that have good protection, honestly, if we can't get the speed auras that we're used to. So like Tristan here, he does attack speed in Plano Beast and Stag's favor. Like, you're going to see, unfortunately, a lot of that, where there's just not a lot of people that can do the speed lead. Now, Lancelot, he's another popular speed lead aura, and his is all battles. So I think he's probably going to be the main hero used for that speed lead. And that's going to just be your decision on defense if you do a speedy team or a tanky team, but we do need 2 defense teams. So with the idea of 2 defense teams in mind, I would say it's safe to say to try to have one team that's super, super speedy with Lancelot in the lead for all battles, attack speed boost, and trying to see if you can be the one to go first. That is going to be huge, honestly. I really think that's going to be a strat, because you're going to want, you can have one team that's tanky and annoying, which is going to be the last hero I want to call out, even though we could talk about so many others. There's so many amazing heroes like Clementine. There's the Sarah. Vivian now, Turin for survivability, Rose is just a smacker and she's fun. But Kay. So Kay is just, I think, gonna be on that team that's really annoying. Kay should be on that team where you just want to annoy the opponent so much and they just can't kill you. And can the battles time out? I don't even know. But, you know, she has her super high evasion, right? Evasion rate increase that she puts on herself. And she's just really hard to kill, especially with this. I think it's... Is he here too? Yeah. Her evasion rate goes up here with her C8 as well. She's just a very annoying character to face in arena, so I think that she's going to be one that maybe we take our 3-star gear off of and finally put some real gear on and get leveled up. Now, I know a lot of people like her Frost Relic as well. It does bring Recovery Disruption, which is going to be very good against like strong healers when you're on the offensive side of things. But I think Kay can handle multiple, or any of her relics are pretty strong, honestly. And she's just a really fun option to be the annoying defense, or the annoying, sorry, DPS that you're like, ah, crap, I just can't kill her, I keep missing. So definitely one to keep in mind as well. So I hope this conversation gets you guys thinking about Clan War. Like, who would I want to put, if I was building multiple arena teams, who would I want to put in those teams? It's like we need to start preparing some of those heroes, maybe some of those new heroes that we just got recently, anti-healing, whatever, might come in handy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is there certain heroes that you really think are going to shine with these kind of defensive setups where there's going to be special buffs? Or is it too early to tell? But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.